Welcome back. Opposition said Juba is not the right place for dialogue. According to this information, the United People Alliance, or UPA, has rejected the government proposed political dialogue in Juba. The UPA is calling instead for an inclusive political dialogue to take place outside South Sudan. The group say the talk should happen in a neutral country. Why? The opposition said a neutral location would give different political groups greater confidence that they can speak freely. The UPA position was presented during consultation with the African Union ad hoc high-level committee for South Sudan, commonly known as the C5. The meeting took place in Nairobi. The African Union Committee is trying to engage South Sudan political actors at a time when concern about the peace agreement and election are increasing. The UPA is led by Paganamum. Paganamum, its representative, or the representative of UP here, told the African Union that any serious political dialogue must include more than political parties. They want civil society involved. They want women represented. They want youth representative involved. They want religious leader involved. And they want political groups that are outside the government included. The argument is that South Sudan political problem cannot be solved by a conversation between only a few political leaders. One of the strongest arguments from the UPA leader is about political freedom. The coalition said it supports elections, but it does not believe election can be credible if opposition leaders are detained or restricted. This is a key distinction. The opposition is not necessarily saying we do not want election, and instead it is saying we want election, but we want conditions that allow people to compete fairly. This raises an important question for ordinary citizens. What does an election actually mean? An election is more than voting on election day. It is the entire process before voting. Can political parties organize? Can candidates travel? Can they hold public meetings? Can citizens listen to different political messages? Can opposition leaders speak without fear? Can journalists report freely? Can voters make their choice without intimidation? If the answer to this question is no, then the credibility of the election become a major concern. According to this report, UPA questioned the government proposed dialogue. The United People Alliance, UPA, also criticized the government proposed inter-party dialogue. The opposition said the government wants a dialogue that does not include some of the major opposition groups. That, according to the UPA leader, would make the process incomplete from the beginning. Imagine a family trying to solve a major family problem. If half of the family is invited to the meeting while the other half is told to stay outside, can the meeting really solve the problem? That is essentially the argument being made by the UPA leader. The coalition said all major political forces need to be part of the discussion. It also said regional and international organizations should encourage the government to engage with its opponent. The African Union and IGAD therefore have an important role. They are being asked to help bring the different sides together. So, what happened to the 2018 peace agreement? This is another major issue raised by the UPA. They said, what about the 2018 peace agreement? The agreement was designed to end country devastating civil war and create a transitional political system, but implementation has been slow and difficult. Many of its key provisions have faced delayed. Political disagreement have continued. Security arrangements remain complicated, and the relationship between the main signatories has deteriorated. The UPS said the agreement has largely broken down because its principal parties are no longer working together effectively. This is important because the planned elections are connected to the peace agreement. The election is supposed to help South Sudan move beyond the transitional period, but if the agreement that created the transition itself is in trouble, the election process becomes much more difficult. Another political party, Dr. Lama Kolib, boycott option opened. Well, the uncertainty does not end with UPA. Another opposition leader, Dr. Lama Kol Ajawin, has also raised serious concern about the planned election. Dr. Lama Kol lead the National Democratic Movement, or NDM. On August 7th, 2026, he said his party would consult with other opposition groups before deciding whether to participate in the election. He did not announce a boycott, but he clearly left that option open. This is significant. A boycott by one political party may not stop an election, but if several major opposition groups refuse to participate, the legitimacy of the vote could become a major international and domestic issue. Dr. Lam said the opposition must discuss the matter together. He does not want to make the decision alone. Dr. Lam Akol said the environment is not suitable for a free election. He pointed to several problems. One is political reform or political freedom. He said opposition parties cannot freely organize rallies or travel around the country. Another issue is insecurity. In some part of South Sudan, violence remains a major concern. There's also the question of whether the political space is open enough for genuine competition. An election requires competition. If one side has greater freedom to organize while another side face restriction, people will question whether the result truly represents the people's choice. Dr. Lama Kol also raised concern about change made to the 2018 peace agreement. According to him, he argued that some amendments were made without following the proper procedures. In his view, these changes should be carefully examined because the peace agreement has legal and political importance. Dr. Lama Kol also questioned the preparedness of the National Election Commission. The commission is responsible for organizing the election, but Dr. Lam said citizens need more information about the election timetable. For example, when will voter registration begin? Where will people register? When will voter education start? Who will work at polling stations? When will candidate officially campaign? Where will voting take place? And how will the result be counted? These are a basic question for any election. If citizens do not know the answer, uncertainty grows. The opposition is therefore asking the election authorities to provide more detailed information. So, what happened if opposition parties boycott the election? That's one of the biggest questions facing South Sudan right now. A boycott could take different forms. One possibility is that some parties refuse to register candidate. Another is that they participate politically but refuse to recognize the election result. A more serious possibility would be a broad opposition boycott involving several major political groups that could create a situation where an election is held but its legitimacy is challenged. On the other hand, opposition groups also face a difficult choice. If they boycott the election, they may lose the opportunity to compete for political power through the ballot. If they participate under conditions they believe are unfair, they may be accused of accepting process they do not trust. So the opposition is facing a difficult decision. The government of South Sudan the government of President Salva Kiir Mayardit has continued to support the December election plan. The government position is that South Sudan must eventually move from transitional government to a permanent elected administration. From the government's perspective, election cannot continue to be postponed forever. The country has already delayed election multiple times. Supporters of the December vote argue that another delay could create even more political uncertainty. They say South Sudan needs to move forward. This creates the central political argument of the moment. One side said we need election now. The other side said we need the right condition before election. Both positions have political consequences. The African Union is now trying to help its C5 committee has been meeting political actors and discussing the future of South Sudan. The committee includes South Africa, Algeria, Chad, Nigeria, and Rwanda. Its responsibility includes supporting implementation of the 2018 peace agreement. The committee has supported the planned December election, but it has also emphasized that the election should be peaceful and credible. The African Union has also called for dialogue. It has called for a ceasefire, and it has raised concern about political detainees. This means the African Union is trying to balance two goals: helping South Sudan move toward election while also making sure the election does not deepen the political crisis. Well, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, make sure you hit the notification bell and also make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Let's meet on the next video.